In the pursuit of going after anyone that you dislike online, homophobia, closed-mindedness, and simple cruelty suddenly becomes permissible when a YouTuber like Shane Dawson comes out in a very emotional video that he is a bisexual. People are going to use this to their own advantage. Now, obviously there are people that do like to troll and fuck with people, and when a YouTuber that famous is going to come out of the closet, there will be people that are simply going to fuck with them, and simply say, well, I already knew that you were gay, ha ha ha, what a faggot, and all of that type of stuff, and everyone knows it, everyone expects it. But what I don't expect is when people claim that they're open-minded and see things with an open mind instead of a closed mind. They would use this situation to their own advantage and ridicule Shane Dawson just for coming out of the closet, just for letting people know that he's gay, telling his YouTube audience and being open with them. You'd think that people would look more into the situation with an open mind, look at the positive feedback, look at the negative feedback, and see which side you're on. See which side has the most convincing argument, and actually watch Shane's video. And that's another thing, I've watched people who clearly don't watch Shane's video, and that they make arguments which in the video Shane even agrees with. You don't believe me? Here's an example.
Hey, motherfucker, just give it time. Why are you in such a rush to put some goddamn label on yourself?
And you need to just accept that you are somewhere in the middle. And you don't need a label. You don't need to figure out exactly who you are right now. You're 26.
Okay, so Shane's saying stuff which seems rather reasonable, just saying that he's bisexual, and that he's been confused all of his life because he's always seen it as a black and white thing, as like you either like girls or you just like boys, and that there's no in-between. And then when he takes therapy lessons and he learns that there is more sexualities, it isn't just straight or gay, and he does this video as a way to let his audience know, because his audience is rather impressionable, he does have millions of subs, and that his audience is going to consist of people all ages. Some of them being really young, like 12 and teenagers, some of them being grown adults that are like-minded, but he needs to realise, and he has realised in the video, and has corrected his mistakes. Shane Dawson has confessed that he's went after people for being bisexual, and he fully admits that he was projecting. He takes full responsibility for his mistakes, and he even did a video apologising for all of the offensive stuff that he said. He has took the criticism. He has become more open-minded as the years have went on.
I made a mistake. And I should not have done that. Shouldn't have put makeup on my face to look black. I shouldn't have done it. It was stupid. It wasn't mean-spirited. It wasn't malicious. It was just stupid and offensive, and a lot of people are upset about it, and I totally get it. I totally get it.
It seems a bit weird that the more and more he becomes open-minded, the more and more his detractors become more closed-minded. And then the people actually try to give reasons for doing this, and when they give their reasons, they show their true colours as homophobic fucks, because their reasons are parallel with the Westboro Baptist Church. You know, the argument that it's just a phase and that he'll get over it. Well, even if it was, so what? He's bi-curious, why does that matter? Just because someone's unsure about their sexuality, and he even mentioned he's been unsure about his sexuality, why the fuck does that matter? Why are you that petty that you would insult someone for their sexuality just because they're unsure? Just because they don't know about their sexuality? It makes no fucking sense that you would make fun of someone for that. The thing is, if it is a phase, so fucking what? But he's mentioned that he's felt this way all his life. And if you consider all life to be a phase, then that's fucking stupid. The thing is, a phase is a short period of time, not decades and decades of uncertainty, feeling as if you're not sure about your own sexuality. That isn't a phase, that's an ongoing issue. It's also one of the arguments people use against those homophobic parents and homophobic people in general. Oh, that kid's just going through a phase, he'll snap out of it once he realises that he ain't truly gay and he ain't truly bisexual. It's the exact same argument, just used on a person you dislike. And are you just going to use arguments that you don't like against people you don't like, that's stupid. You need to realise that if an argument is flawed in your opinion, then you shouldn't use it when it's someone you don't like. And then you have the people that actually are bisexual themselves who are making this argument. The people that say, oh, well, I didn't need to get on camera and say how I was bisexual and start crying over it and doing all this shit. So what? People react to stuff in certain ways, and I understand people consider certain stuff non-issues, but coming out of the closet isn't a non-issue. People have committed suicide due to the ridicule they've gotten, the abuse that they've gotten, the turmoil that they go through, just for coming out as bisexual to even just someone like their friend, their family members, teachers, anyone. Because the world can be a cruel fucking place. And that's the reason why Shane felt so emotional coming out of the closet. I bet you money if this was a teenager that no one knew or someone that people liked, then they would applaud them and say congratulations for coming out of the closet. But because it's Shane Dawson, the big bad YouTube whore, then it's suddenly a bad thing and that we need to ridicule him for his sexuality. Fuck no. We need to treat it the same way we treat other people. It's stupid to judge someone like this. Another argument is the views that Shane's gonna get coming out as bisexual. The attention that he so desperately cries for. Now, yes, coming out as bisexual or coming out as anything is something which can garner attention. And while we don't know Shane's intentions, his fans, the detractors, and even I don't know that, only Shane knows that. And we can't trust Shane's word 100% because he could be lying or he could be telling the truth. No one knows. The only thing we can do is infer. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. The reason I infer that Shane is being genuine and that he isn't looking for the views is, well, first off, look at his videos. While ranters may not talk about him anymore, he still gets over 1 million views. He's still in the top 100. People still care about him. Just because ranters have moved on from him doesn't mean others haven't moved on from him. People still focus on him and people still pay attention to him. His videos gotten the same amount of views as other videos get. His video has gotten the exact same fucking views. Another reason is I've been the crying shoulder of people who have came out of the closet. Whether it be bi, pan, gay, anything. I've had to be the crying shoulder for people that come out of the closet and they don't know who else to tell. I've let the person open up as much as they fucking want to. And I've seen them cry and I've seen them get upset over it. And Shane behaves the exact same way I've seen those people behave. So unless you're saying that Shane's a good actor, which wouldn't make sense since a lot of people say he's a terrible actor, then what are you trying to argue? People forget Shane Dawson didn't do this grossly personal video out of the blue. He's been open with his YouTube audience for a long time, making this video another instance of him opening up to them. With this in mind, it gives the views theory even less credibility. I've spliced up a few videos so you can see what I mean.
Childhood was shitty. It wasn't great. You know, it wasn't just my dad's fault. It was my mom's. It was all of our faults for just having kind of a shitty life. We were all in a shitty headspace. Well, when you're a YouTuber, your YouTuber friends are kind of like your Cold Stone buddies. It's this weird thing of like you work together, but you're friends, but you're not really friends because you just make videos together. It's like this weird thing, right? So I had a few years of dealing with that, of like, okay, who's my real friends and who are just my YouTube friends? And I was never good at distinguishing the difference. There's people in your life that are wasting your energy and you're thinking about them. Like, literally, it gets to the point where the last thing I would think about before I fell asleep was these people who hate me. And I'm thinking, how can I make them like me? They need to know I'm a great person. They need to know I'm nice. They need to know I'm caring. How do I make them like me?
People are going after Shane to go after Shane. And it's stupid. The thing is, these reasons can be utterly and thoroughly debunked. The reasons people go after him. It's stupid. None of the people that I've seen that have went after Shane have used their fucking mind. They've been closed-minded people because they want a reason to be pissed off at someone. If they were open-minded, they wouldn't be ridiculing someone for coming out of the closet. They would be accepting it. The thing is, we need to go after Shane for the right reasons. If Shane fucks up, then tell everyone he's fucked up. It's fine in that situation, but you need to do it in context.
How can they just totally ignore the fact that I've made videos about suicide? I've made videos about eating disorders. I've made videos about child abuse. I've made videos about coming out to your parents. I've made videos about literally every big topic. Multiple videos. I've saved people's lives. I've done stuff that these people have never even come close to doing, but they just think I'm offensive. They ignore that because they don't want to hear that. They want to just think Shane's a terrible person.